experiment at home. So, welcome to our episode 2! Before we begin with our experiment, let me give you a brief review about pressure. Let's watch this video. What is pressure? Force acting on a unit area of a surface is called pressure. The force applied on the surface is perpendicular to the surface is known as thrust. Pressure or P is equal to force or F over area or A. SI unit is Pascal, which is denoted by PA. 1 PA is equal to N/m squared. Pressure depends on two factors, the force and the area. Force, the more force applied, more pressure. Area, greater the surface area on which the pressure is applied, the lesser the pressure. The lesser the surface area, the more pressure. Okay, so today we're back with another experiment. It's called the pressure fountain. And of course, here is my dad to help us out with our experiment. And here are the materials we need. 1.5 liter empty bottle, 1 straw, clay, balloon, food coloring, glue gun and glue stick, and scissors.
Okay, Prof. Sean. Kung pressure fountain ang experiment natin today, what would be our experiment's problem?
Our experiment's problem will be how strong is the air pressure on the balloon that will eliminate the water from the bottle for each of the given time frame.
Ano naman kaya magiging hypothesis natin? Siguro, punuin natin ng tubig to. Sigurado ako, lalakas ang pressure niyan.
Or, fill the balloon with enough air to make its pressure stronger. So those will be our hypotheses.
Hypothesis 1, fill balloon with enough air to make its pressure stronger. Hypothesis 2, fill the bottle full of water to increase the pressure.
Okay, so let's start. So for our first procedure, let's make a small hole about halfway up on one side of the bottle. And we're gonna use glue gun. Make sure it is hot enough to make a hole. And there it is, our hole. And now, for our next procedure, we need to place our straw into the hole and then seal it tightly with the use of clay. Okay, so now, for our next step, we will fill the bottle with water. So we will use food coloring to enhance the color of our water. So food color may vary depending on the chosen color. So, I chose red for our food coloring kasi mas madali siya makita. So ngayon, magpapatak tayo ng konti sa ating water, konti lang. And then, imimix natin para humalo yung food coloring sa water. Ngayon,
iinumin na?
hindi po. Ngayon po ay gagamit po tayo ng funnel para ma-pour po natin ang water sa ating bottle.
Parang gasolina yan.
Ngayon naman po ay kailangan po natin mag-prepare ng bowl that will catch the water, or pwede rin naman po natin gawin sa sink. But for now, I'm using a measuring cup. Okay, so now we need to blow up a balloon and then pinch the neck of the balloon. Okay, so ngayon po ay papaikutin na po natin yung balloon para po hindi po ma-release yung air. And then, let's place the balloon on the bottle's cup area carefully. Just make sure lang po na hindi po magre-release yung air.
Hirap naman ito, bro. Okay.
Okay, so observe how will the balloon loosen up while the water from the bottle flow out from this straw. So, we will record how many liters of water will be eliminated from our bottle from each of our given time frames. At tayo ay magre-record gamit yung phone ko para makita natin kung gaano ba karami yung water na naubos natin. Okay, so start na tayo.
Sige. Okay. Ready ka na, bro?
Okay, ready na.
Here we go.
Sa 5 seconds, meron tayong 125 milliliters. And then sa 10 seconds, meron tayong 250 milliliters. Sa 15 seconds, meron tayong 375 milliliters. And then 500 milliliters sa 20 seconds. 25 seconds, 625 milliliters. And then 30 seconds, we have 750 milliliters. So, hintayin na lang natin para maubos yung tubig.
For our data, in 5 seconds, we've got 0.125 liters. In 10 seconds, we've got 0.25 liters. In 15 seconds, we've got 0.375 liters. In 20 seconds, we've got 0.5 liters. In 25 seconds, we've got 0.625 liters. And in 30 seconds, we've got 0.75 liters.
Okay, so what did we observe?
Ang lakas ng tubig nung binitawan ko na dito. Tapos kahit halos wala nang nahangin, may lumalabas pa rin dito. Talagang lakas ng pressure coming from the balloon.
Because when you release the air from the balloon, it creates pressure inside the bottle and thus pushes water, creating a wonderful fountain. So look at what actually happened in this experiment.
The air inside the balloon is under higher pressure. When you place the inflated balloon on the mouth of the bottle, the air pressure on the top of the bottle increases. This pushes down on the water in the bottle, which rises through the straw and comes out, making our little fountain.
So, for our conclusion, I therefore conclude that the more air inside the balloon, the stronger pressure it releases that makes the water flow out from the bottle through the straw. Now, do we believe? I believe! Make your own pressure fountain and have fun. I hope you enjoyed this experiment and learned something new today. Thanks for watching, and always remember, I believe. Our experiment, let me give you a brief review about science and scientific method. Let's watch this. In this video, we're gonna try to pinpoint an answer to the question, what is science? Science can be defined as the process of observing itself and questioning the world around us. We also sometimes call the things we learn through experimentation. In fact, the term science itself comes from a Latin word that means knowledge, and the names of many branches of science end with ology, which means study of in Greek. Scientists aim to gain new knowledge through a disciplined set of steps called the scientific method. The scientific method consists of asking a question, proposing a possible solution called the hypothesis, testing the hypothesis through a series of experiments, examining the results of the experiments to see if the hypothesis has been supported or refuted, and then proposing a new question or a new hypothesis. Science never ends. Every day scientists make new discoveries and answer new questions. But there are always new mysteries and problems to solve.
Prof. Shan, pasensya na, nalito ko. Ready na ba tayo?
Yes, we are having our experiment about solubility. How much is too much? Okay ba yan?
Okay.
At ang mga gagamitin natin variables sa solute ay sugar, salt, powder juice, and oil. Yung water naman ay gagamitin natin as our solvent.
Teka muna po. Ano natin gagawin yan?
Magkakaroon tayo ng 4 na set for our experiment. Pero, bago yan, here are the things that we need.
3½ teaspoon sugar, 3½ teaspoon powder juice, 3½ teaspoon salt, 3½ teaspoon oil, measuring spoon glass, and 6 cups of water.
Okay, so let's start. Our problem will be how much each of our variables can be dissolved in a given solvent of 1/2 cup of water. Ano kaya ang pwedeng mangyari?
Ako, Prof, palagay ko, mas dadamihan natin yung variables. Mas may hirapan mag-solve.
Ito, Prof, kakanga ka sa sagot ko. Kung hahaluin nating mabuti ang bawat solutions, mas madali itong ma-dissolve.
Pwede.
Or, pwede rin naman, yung sugar, salt, and powder juice, madidissolve yan. Pero yung oil, I doubt.
So those will be our hypotheses. Hypothesis 1, adding more solutes in 1/2 cup of water, the harder it dissolves. Hypothesis 2 is stirring thoroughly of solutes to 1/2 cup of water makes it easier to dissolve. Hypothesis 3, using sugar, salt, and powder juice will dissolve completely in 1/2 cup of water while oil does not dissolve at all. Oh, ano ba hinihintay natin? Simulan na natin! Okay, so umpisahan na natin sa sugar as our solute in set A. So meron tayong 3 baso. Sa unang baso ay lalagyan natin ng 1/2 teaspoon ng sugar. Tapos, sa pangalawang baso naman ay lalagyan natin ng 1 teaspoon ng sugar. Tapos, sa pangatlong baso naman, ay lalagyan natin ng 2 teaspoons ng sugar.
Bro, lalagyan ko na ng tubig.
Oo, lagyan mo ng tubig.
Pero Prof, gano'n dapat karaming tubig?
Kailangan natin maglagay sa bawat baso ng 1/2 cup ng tubig. Tapos, hahaluin natin sila ng mabuti para malaman natin kung sila ba ay na-dissolve completely, partially, or hindi na-dissolve or not at all.
Oh, unti-unti na siya nalulusaw, Prof.
Galing naman.
As you can see naman, wala nang sugar crystals na natira sa liquid.
Prof, yung glass 1, 2, and 3, unti-unting nalulusaw yung mga sugar sa 1/2 cup of water.
Paano nangyari yun po?
Kasi nga, isang given solute natin at maximum 2 teaspoon of sugar ay kaya pa rin i-dissolve ng ating given solvent or specific solvent na 1/2 cup of water.
When water dissolves sugar, it separates the individual sugar molecules by disrupting the attractive forces. Sugar is aqueous in water, therefore, it dissolves in water. By definition, aqueous solution is a solution in which the solvent is water.
As the sugar molecules spread evenly throughout the water, the sugar easily dissolves. I believe!
Okay, Prof, pwede na ba nating umpisa ng ating set B?
Yes, same procedure po tayo, kaya lang, ang gagamitin naman po natin ay salt as our solute in this set.
Oo. So, Prof, pwede ko na lagyan ng tubig?
Wait lang. Lalagyan muna natin ang salt.
Okay.
So, gaya nga na sinabi ko kanina, same procedure po tayo. So, sa unang baso, lalagyan natin ng 1/2 teaspoon ng salt. Sa pangalawang baso naman, ilalagyan natin ng 1 teaspoon ng salt. At sa pangatlong baso naman, ilalagyan naman natin ng 2 teaspoon ng salt.
Yan. Pwede ko na lagyan ng tubig.
Opo. Tapos, lalagyan ulit natin ng 1/2 cup of water.
Ako na kaya maghalo?
Ayos yan, go ahead.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. yung glass 1 and 2 natin is completely dissolved. Pero, itong glass 3 natin is partially dissolved lang. Ba't ganun?
Alam mo bro, napansin ko din, mas mabilis ma-dissolve yung sugar kaysa sa salt. Bakit kaya ganun?
Fact is, for given solvent, yung iba kasing solute have greater solubility than others. Ngayon, sa experiment natin, kung mapapansin nyo, yung sugar ay mas soluble sa water than the salt. But the sugar has its upper limit on how much can dissolve. When salt is mixed with water, the salt dissolves because the covalent bonds of water are stronger than the ionic bonds in the salt molecules. Water molecules pull the sodium and chloride ions apart, breaking the ionic bond that hold them together. By definition, covalent bond is a chemical bond that involves sharing of electron pairs between atoms. Ionic bond is a type of linkage formed from the electrostatic attraction between oppositely charged ions in a chemical compound.
Ang galing naman nun, bro.
Pero tandaan natin na kung dadagdagan pa natin ng dadagdagan yung 2 teaspoon ng salt, ay hindi na kayang i-dissolve ng 1/2 cup of water. Kasi nga, yung given solvent natin ay may limit lang na kaya niyang i-dissolve.
Bro, pangatlong set na tayo.
Yes, the same procedure po tayo. Kaya lang, let's see naman kung ano ang mangyayari kapag powder juice ang ginamit natin as our solute in this set.
Okay, umpisahan na natin, bro.
Okay, gaya nga pa ng sinabi ko, meron tayo ulit 3 baso. Tapos, ito ay lalagyan natin ng 1/2 teaspoon ng powder juice. Ito naman ay 1 teaspoon. At ito ay 2 teaspoon.
Okay, bro. Ako naman maglalagay.
Okay.
Ayan, may powder juice na. So lalagyan mo naman ngayon ng water.
Tapos, lalagyan ng 1/2 cup of water yung 3 baso. Tapos, hahaluin na natin sila.
Bro, ang bango naman yan. Parang gusto ko nang inumin ah.
Okay, so, what did you observe?
Bro, yung glass 1 and 2 are completely dissolved. Pero itong glass 3 natin is partially dissolved. Bakit kaya ganon?
Kung natatandaan natin yung sa salt, yung glass 1 and 2 completely dissolved din. Pero yung 3, partially, it means habang dinadagdagan natin, mas bumabagal siya ma-dissolve. Pero, pare-pares pa rin naman silang soluble. Di ba, Prof?
You're right. Powdered juice dissolves in water because it is soluble in water. In other words, the bonds in the powder are weak enough to be broken by the water, resulting it to dissolve. As powdered juice dissolves in water, the water also changes in color, typically to whatever juice is, like orange fruit flavor to orange color. By definition, powdered drink mix is a processed food product, a powder designed to mix usually with water to produce a beverage resembling fruit juice or soda. Ang powdered juice ay dissolving powder sa water, allowing the water of hydration to surround it. This new fruit punch is simply hydrated juice powder, which is not a new chemical compound, but an anhydrate plus water molecules surrounding it. Do you believe?
Okay, last set na tayo, Prof. Go, go, go!
Tingnan natin ngayon kung may difference to from our last set.
Exciting to, Prof. Kasi liquid ang gagamitin nating variable para sa set na to.
Tama ka! Ang gagamitin naman natin ngayon ay oil as our solute. So, let us pour 1/2 teaspoon ng oil for glass 1. Tapos, ngayon naman, ilalagay naman natin ng 1/2 cup of water yung lahat ng baso. Tapos, ngayon naman, ay hahaluin na natin.
Ha? Ba't ganun, Prof? Kahit anong gawin nating halo sa glass 1, 2, and 3, ay hindi siya nadidissolve.
Oo nga, Prof, oh. Nasa ibabaw lang yung oil.
Fact is, yung oil and fats, wala silang polar part. And para ma-dissolve sila sa water, they would have to break some of water's hydrogen bonds. Kaya lang, water does not have the capacity to do this. So the oil stays separate from the water. Oil is hydrophobic or water-fearing. Instead of being attracted to water molecules, oil molecules are repelled by them. As a result, when you add oil to a cup of water, the two don't mix with each other. Also, oil is less dense than water. It will always float on top of water, creating a surface layer of oil. By definition, hydrophobic literally means the fear of water. Hydrophobic molecules and surfaces repel water. Okay, so tapos na tayo sa ating experiment. Ngayon, ano ang ating conclusion?
conclude that sugar, salt, and powdered juice are all soluble in 1/2 cup of water. Kaya lang, yung salt and powdered juice dun sa ating glass 3, medyo tumagal siyang dissolve kasi nga habang dinadagdagan natin, mas humihirap siya talaga ma-dissolve.
At yun namang ating oil ay not at all dahil hindi siya na-dissolve.
Generally, the amount of solute you can dissolve in a specific solvent is limited, like in 1/2 cup of water. At some point, the solution becomes saturated.
Also, sugar is the most soluble, while oil is insoluble.
Do we believe?
I believe!
Oh, ano ba hinihintay natin? Simulan na natin!
Please!
The process of observing itself and do you believe?
I believe!
It's Shandave's Informative Show! Hello guys! Today, I brought a couple friends of mine. We're gonna talk about their parts and functions. So this is PC, which is short for plant cell, which is what he is. Hello PC!
Hello, Sean.
And this is AC, which is short for animal cell. And just you probably guessed, he is an animal cell.
Hello, everyone.
So PC and AC will be joining us throughout our show. Right, PC? Right, AC? Wanna know about plant cells and animal cells? Let me first give you an overview about cells. Let's watch this. Cells are the smallest living units of an organism. All cells have three things in common, no matter what type of cell they are. All cells have a cell membrane which separates the inside of the cell from its environment. The cytoplasm, which is a jelly-like fluid, and DNA, which is the cell's genetic material. Are you ready? We are going to create an edible cell, which we will entitle Incredible Edible Cell. We will now find out and demonstrate the different parts and functions of the cell organelles, as well as their similarities and differences. Therefore, our problem will be: can we find the similarities and differences of the animal cells and plant cells by demonstrating their parts and functions using edible materials? Let's start. So, in making cell model, we're gonna use jello or jelly to represent our cytoplasm. We will use white jelly for our plant cell and red jelly for our animal cell. We're gonna prepare our cytoplasm. Just follow the instruction at the back of the sachet. Prepare 5 cups of water. Gradually sprinkle 1 sachet of jelly powder in water and stir until dissolved. Heat and stir constantly until it boils. Slowly pour mixture into mold and let it set for an hour. Our cytoplasm is ready. Cytoplasm suspends the organelles and is made of mostly water. Cytoplasm is a semi-solid, semi-liquid part that holds the internal structures of the cell. It is composed of the jelly cytosol. It also serves as the medium of transport of materials inside the cell. Now that we are done making jello, let's move on to the fun part! Decorating and learning about the organelles of animal and plant cells. So, what are organelles? Organelle means little organ. Organelles are special parts of the cell that have unique job to perform. Stick-O will represent as our cell membrane. Cell membrane is an important semi-permeable division between the cell and its surroundings. It is the border of the cell. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum. Rough ER has ribosomes attached to it, and smooth ER doesn't have ribosomes attached to it. Endoplasmic reticulum is a network of sac-like sheets and tubes responsible for the production of various organic compounds. And let's move on to our next, the mitochondria. For mitochondria, I'm gonna use walnuts. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. It provides the cell with energy. The sausage-shaped mitochondria are membrane-covered organelles composed of a bilipid layer like that of the plasma membrane. Golgi apparatus is next. For Golgi apparatus, I'm gonna use gummy fruits.
Enormous, instantaneous.
Lysosomes are the garbage collectors that take in damage on our worn-out cell parts. Another important difference between plant and animal cell is vacuoles. And I'm gonna use marshmallows to represent vacuoles. Plants have one giant storage called the vacuole. It is where they keep everything they need. But animals, on the other hand, have several smaller ones for storage throughout the cells. The vacuole is a space or vesicle within the cytoplasm of a cell, enclosed by a membrane and typically containing fluid. The final and major difference is that plants have a rigid cell wall around their plasma membrane. And I'm gonna use buttercream biscuits to represent the cell wall. Only plants have cell wall. It is composed of cellulose, providing additional stability and protection. cell have cell wall that is tough and thick layer composed of cellulose. It protects the inner parts of the plant cell.
And that's it! Doesn't it look yummy?
Incredible edible cell. Plant cell. Animal cell.
So, I therefore conclude that we can find similarities and differences between animal cells and plant cells by demonstrating their parts and functions using edible materials. Animal cells and plant cells have both cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, rough and smooth endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, and ribosomes. While they differ in storage, wherein plants have one big vacuole while animals have several smaller ones. Plants have chloroplasts while animals have lysosomes. And their major difference is that plants have a rigid cell wall while animals do not have. Thank you for watching! I hope you learned something cool today about animal cells and plant cells. Enjoy your jelly!
Good day, grade 7. Today, I am going to discuss about micronutrient deficiency awareness. Okay, so what came first into your mind when you say micronutrient deficiency? Okay, tama. Ito yung malnutrition na nagmumula sa kakulangan ng micronutrients. Like in the screen, ito yung mga pagkain na kailangan nating kainin upang makaiwas sa micronutrient deficiency. In this lesson, we will learn the causes, effects, and preventions in having micronutrient deficiency. Okay, so what exactly is micronutrient deficiency? Micronutrient deficiency is defined as a lack of essential vitamins and minerals required in small amounts by the body for proper growth and development. So ito yung kakulangan ng vitamins and minerals na kailangan ng katawan natin like vitamin A, B, C, E, K, iron, zinc, and iodine. So, yung mga bitamina na to ay kailangan natin para makaiwas tayo sa mga sakit at sa mga komplikasyon. So, if we lack in vitamins and minerals, some signs and symptoms will appear on us that we are having deficiency. So, if you're asking, what do we need? Nutrients. Nutrients is a substance that provides nourishment essential for growth and the maintenance of life. So ito yung kailangan ng katawan natin, ang nutrients. Then, we have 6 major nutrients. Yun yung carbohydrates, yung lipids or yung tinatawag din nating fats, protein, vitamins, minerals, and water. Tapos, before I move on to the next fact about micronutrient deficiency, I want to show you a short video that tackles our next slide.
You should know that kung 4 out of 5 ng kids kulang sa iron. 1 out of 5 ng kids kapos sa zinc. 7 out of 10 lack vitamin C. Baka micronutrient deficiency. Can't you see? Hey, yeah, it's pretty clear. Kung siya'y sakitin, kung tatamlay-tamlay, walang ganang kumain. Hey, walang lakas o sign ng sigla. Laging pagod like all the time. At pagdating sa class, di siya makafocus. Di talaga siya ganyan. We have to make it stop.
Okay, so sa video na napanood natin, ipinakita yung mga signs and symptoms ng micronutrient deficiency, as well as the number of students having deficiency in vitamins and minerals. Okay, so what are the causes of this micronutrient deficiency? The main causes of nutritional deficiencies include a poor diet that lacks essential nutrients, a disease or medication that impairs absorption, or both. The body is able to store some nutrients, so a deficiency may not be caught until the body has been without the nutrient for some time. Okay, so ayan. Especially sa ating mga kabataan, no? Nahihilig tayo sa mga sweets, junk foods, and yung mga flavored drinks. So, iyon yung mga cause ng deficiency, yung poor diet. And what are the effects? Deficiencies of some micronutrients such as iron, magnesium, and zinc result in anorexia. Therefore, these nutrient deficiencies also may contribute to growth retardation indirectly by reducing the intake of other growth-limiting factors such as energy and protein. Yan. So, yan yung example ng anorexia. So, dito na nagaganap yung deficiency. And just like what I have mentioned, yung anorexia. Okay, so we have 5 common micronutrient deficiencies, and it includes vitamins, iodine, iron, zinc, and folate. So yung 5 nabanggit na to ay isa-isahin na natin ngayong pag-aralan. So first is vitamins deficiency. So what are vitamins? Vitamins are substances that our bodies need to develop and function normally. They include vitamins A, like spinach, malunggay, and broccoli. Vitamin C, like melons, tomatoes, and mangoes. Vitamin K, like liver, eggs, and milk. Vitamin B, like fish, poultry meat, and eggs. Vitamin D, like soybeans, spinach, and sardines. And vitamin E, like ampalaya, egg yolks, and kangkong. So, here are the list of common signs and symptoms. Brittle hair and nails, mouth ulcers or crack in mouth's corner, bleeding gums, yun yung kahit na hindi naman natin dinidiinan yung pagtutoothbrush pero tumudugo pa rin yung gums natin. Poor night vision, scaly patches and dandruff, hair loss, yun yung nagkakalagas-lagas na yung buhok. Red or white bumps on the skin, and restless leg syndrome. So next is iron deficiency. So what is iron? Iron is a mineral that our bodies need for many functions. Okay, so iron-rich foods are ampalaya and other green leafy vegetables, liver, fish, and others. Tapos, kadalasan sa mga kulang sa iron ay merong low hemoglobin. Pero ilan pa rin yung mga ito sa kanila. Yun yung fatigue, yung feeling niya parang lagi siyang pagod. Tapos yung weakness, yung pale skin, yung namumutla yung balat mo. Poor cognitive performance, impaired work performance, weak resistance to infectious disease. Tapos, yung next naman ay zinc deficiency. So what is zinc? Zinc is a mineral that is essential to the body and is a constituent of many enzymes that permit chemical reactions to proceed at normal rates. Okay, so zinc-rich foods are yung seafoods, beef, and dairy products. Tapos, yung mga kulang sa zinc ay nagpapakita ng mga signs and symptoms na sumusunod. Yun yung poor motor development and cognitive performance, poor appetite, yung wala kang ganang kumain, eye and skin lesions, stunted growth, delayed maturation of sexual organs, weak resistance to infectious disease. Yun yung madali kang dapuan ng sakit. So next is iodine deficiency. So what is iodine? Iodine is a mineral found in some foods. The body needs iodine to make thyroid hormones. These hormones control the body's metabolism and many other important functions. Okay, so yung sources of iodine are iodine salt, seafoods, and dairy products. And its common signs and symptoms are enlargement of thyroid gland or goiter, mental and physical retardation among infants and children. And then, after we have studied all about micronutrients, I want to show you a video that motivates youth like me to avoid eating junk foods and eat healthy foods instead. Let's watch this.
Do you like healthy food or do you like junk food? Do you like healthy food or do you like junk food? I like chocolate bars and I like apple pie. I like chips and cookies and I like salty fries. But healthy food makes you strong. Healthy food makes you fast. Junk food, it makes you weak. Junk food makes you big.
Okay, so yung ina-explain sa video na to ay kailangan daw natin kumain ng healthy foods. Kasi yung healthy foods ang nagpapalakas sa atin para hindi tayo agad mapagod. Okay, so I want to say that thank you all for listening. I hope you learned a lot from my report. And always remember, stay healthy and love yourself because it is a gift from God. Again, thank you all.